Hey there, future graduates. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something that could completely transform how you study, Google's NotebookLM. If you're drowning in textbooks, struggling to organize your notes, or just want to ace your next exam with less stress, this video is for you. I recently discovered how powerful NotebookLM is for students, and honestly, I wish I had this when I was in college. It's like having a personal research assistant and study buddy combined. What makes NotebookLM different from regular AI tools is that it actually understands your specific study materials, your PDFs, lecture notes, textbooks, and helps you work with them in ways that ordinary AI assistants just can't. Let me show you 5 game-changing ways to use NotebookLM that will revolutionize your study sessions. First, let's quickly get set up. Head to notebooklm.google.com and sign in with your Google account. The interface is super clean. You'll see your notebooks on the left and your workspace on the right. Let's create a new notebook for an upcoming exam. I'll call this one Biology Midterm Prep. Now for the magic part, we need to give NotebookLM our study materials. Click Add Sources and you can upload PDFs, text files, or even paste links to articles. Let me upload some example biology lecture notes, a few textbook chapters, and the professor's slide deck. What's happening now is NotebookLM is processing these documents, understanding the connections between them, and preparing to help us interact with this knowledge. This is way more powerful than just asking a generic AI about biology. This knows your course material. Pro tip: always include your syllabus as one of your sources. This helps NotebookLM understand the course structure and expectations. Now that our materials are loaded, let's create our first study guide. The old way would be to read everything, highlight important parts, and manually create a summary. With NotebookLM, we can be much more strategic. Let's type a prompt in the chat. Create a comprehensive study guide for cellular respiration, including key concepts, processes, and how they connect to photosynthesis. Organize it by importance for a midterm exam. Look at that! NotebookLM is generating a beautifully structured study guide that pulls information from across all our materials. Notice how it's not just summarizing one document, but synthesizing across all our sources. The real power move here is to go deeper with follow-up questions. Let's ask, what are the most common student misconceptions about the Krebs cycle, and how can I avoid them on the exam? This is incredible. It's pulling from our professor's actual slides about where students typically make mistakes. This isn't generic internet knowledge. It's specific to our course materials. You can continue this process for each major topic in your course. In about 30 minutes, you can have custom study guides for an entire semester's worth of material. One of my favorite techniques is using NotebookLM to predict potential exam questions. This works amazingly well when you've uploaded past exams or your professor's study guides. Let's type. Based on the course materials, generate 10 likely exam questions about photosynthesis, ranging from basic to advanced. Include both multiple choice and short answer formats. These questions are excellent because they're calibrated to the actual difficulty level of your course materials. Not generic internet questions, but targeted to what your professor is likely to ask. Now for the study hack. Let's ask NotebookLM to create a spaced repetition schedule for these questions. Create a 7-day study plan using these questions with spaced repetition to maximize my retention for the exam. This gives you a strategic approach to reviewing the material instead of cramming the night before. You can even ask NotebookLM to quiz you directly. Quiz me on cellular respiration and provide feedback on my answers. This active recall practice is proven to be one of the most effective study techniques, and NotebookLM makes it incredibly easy to implement. Traditional studying often creates artificial separations between topics. One of NotebookLM's superpowers is connecting concepts across your materials. Let's try this prompt. Create a concept map showing how cellular respiration connects to other key processes we've studied this semester. Highlight relationships I might miss when studying topics separately. This is incredible. NotebookLM has identified connections between cellular respiration and topics from previous chapters like enzyme kinetics and membrane transport. It's even pulled in a reference to that guest lecture on mitochondrial diseases that I'd almost forgotten about. These connections are exactly what professors look for in higher-level exam questions. They want to see if you understand the big picture, not just memorized isolated facts. You can also ask comparison questions. Compare and contrast the regulation mechanisms of glycolysis and the citric acid cycle. Create a table highlighting similarities and differences. This kind of synthesis is exactly what distinguishes A students from C students on exams. NotebookLM does the heavy lifting of finding these connections across all your materials. We all have those concepts that just won't stick, no matter how many times we read the textbook. NotebookLM excels at creating personalized explanations tailored to your learning style. Let's say I'm struggling with understanding ATP synthase. I can ask, explain how ATP synthase works using a real-world analogy that would make sense to someone with a background in engineering. Include a visual description. This is brilliant. It's explaining ATP synthase like a hydroelectric dam, with protons flowing through channels like water through turbines. This makes so much more sense to me than the textbook explanation. You can get even more specific about your learning needs. I'm a visual learner. Explain the electron transport chain as if you were drawing it step by step, using colors to represent energy levels. The key here is that NotebookLM understands the actual material deeply enough to reimagine it in ways that match your learning preferences. This isn't possible with generic AI tools that don't have access to your specific course content. As exam time approaches, effective review becomes crucial. NotebookLM can help structure your review sessions for maximum effectiveness. Let's create a prompt. Based on all my course materials, identify the 5 most challenging topics that are likely to appear on the exam. Create a prioritized study plan for the next 3 days, allocating more time to difficult concepts while ensuring comprehensive coverage. This is fantastic! NotebookLM has analyzed the complexity of different topics and created a time-boxed study schedule. It's even suggesting which practice problems to focus on from our uploaded problem sets. Another powerful technique is creating summary cards for last-minute review. Let's try. Create 20 concise review cards for the most important concepts in cellular energy metabolism. Each card should have a key term or question on one side and a concise explanation on the other. These summary cards are perfect for those final review sessions before walking into the exam room. You can print these out or review them directly in NotebookLM. So there you have it. 5 powerful ways to use NotebookLM to transform your studying. Creating custom study guides tailored to your course. Generating and practicing with likely exam questions. Discovering connections across course materials. Getting personalized explanations that match your learning style. Organizing strategic review sessions. What makes NotebookLM different from just asking ChatGPT about biology is that it actually understands your specific course materials. It can find connections between your professor's lecture from week 3 and that research paper they assigned in week 7. In my experience, using NotebookLM can cut your study time by at least 30% while improving your understanding of the material. It's like having a tutor who's read all your course materials and is available 24/7. If you've tried NotebookLM for your studies, drop a comment below with your favorite prompt or technique. And if you're new to this tool, let me know which subject you're planning to use it for. Don't forget to subscribe for more AI-powered study strategies. Next week, I'll show you how to use NotebookLM to research and outline term papers in record time. Until then, happy studying and ace those exams.